Good morning, girls. In the last class, we were discussing about how the American Civil War broke out between the northern and the southern states. And we also learned that when compared to the southern states, the northern states, they were much better equipped and they were good in scientific knowledge and they had a very good naval force. So that is where we stopped in the last class. Now we'll continue with the topic. As a result, the Federal Army was better equipped than the Confederacy. So the Federal Army, that is the northern states, they had higher numerical strength and they were much better they had in terms of scientific knowledge and naval force. So they were much better equipped. Equipped means they were much better prepared, or they had good supplies when compared to the Confederacy or the southern states. Nevertheless, the Confederate Army, under its able generals, offered tough resistance and defeated the Federal forces in several regions. So, even though the northern states, even though the Federal Army was much better equipped when compared to the Confederacy, they were not able to defeat the southern states in many places. In many regions, the Confederate or the southern states, they were able to fight against the Federal Army and they were able to defeat the Federal forces in most regions. In September 1862, Lincoln issued the Proclamation of Emancipation declaring that if any state continued to rebel till January 1, 1863, it would be presumed that the slaves living in that state were automatically free and their masters had no right over them. So, in September 1862, Abraham Lincoln, he issued an order and it was known as the Proclamation of Emancipation. So, according to this order, if any state continued to rebel or if any states continued to go against the federal government till January 1863, then that state, the slaves living in that state would be automatically free and their masters would not have any right over them. Thus, by this proclamation, Lincoln abolished slavery in the areas still in rebellion against the federal government. So, there were still states which went against or which fought against the federal government, which rebelled against the federal government. So, in those states, according to the Proclamation of Emancipation, according to this order, Abraham Lincoln, he abolished slavery in those states which rebelled against the federal government. One of the bloodiest battles was fought at Gettysburg in July 1863. So there was a very severe or very brutal battle which was fought at Gettysburg in July 1863. In this battle, almost 50,000 soldiers were killed in 3 days of fighting and the Federal Army won an important victory. So, in this battle, that is in the battle which was fought at Gettysburg, it was a very severe and brutal battle, and in this battle more than 50,000 soldiers they were killed, and also the Federal Army, that is the northern states, they won victory. They fought and they won in the battle. In November 1863, President Lincoln delivered his famous Gettysburg Address while dedicating the National Cemetery at Gettysburg to the soldiers who had sacrificed their lives in defense of the Union. So, the battle was fought in July 1863, and in November 1863, Abraham Lincoln, who was the then president, he delivered his famous speech and the address. He addressed the people, and the address, it was famously known as the Gettysburg Address. And in this address, he dedicated the National Cemetery. Now, cemetery is a place where the dead are buried, where the dead people are buried. That place is known as a cemetery. So, he dedicated this National Cemetery, which is located at Gettysburg, to the soldiers who gave their lives for the country, who fought in the battle and who gave their lives for the state. So for those soldiers, the National Cemetery, which is located in Gettysburg, was dedicated by Abraham Lincoln. In his address, Lincoln set before the nation the task of preserving and upholding the Union dedicated to freedom and democracy so as to make the government of the people, by the people, and for the people everlasting. So in the Gettysburg Address, Abraham Lincoln, he also asked people to protect and to support the Union, to protect and support the federal government, which was dedicated to freedom and democracy. Now, democracy means government which was formed of the people, by the people, and for the people. So he asked the people to protect this Union because it was dedicated to freedom and democracy. The Civil War lasted for 4 years, 1861 to 1865. So the Civil War, it lasted for 4 years, from 1861 to 1865. Finally, it ended when General Lee surrendered his Confederate Army to General Ulysses S. Grant of the Union forces at Appomattox Courthouse at Virginia. So the Civil War, it ended in 1865, and it ended when General Lee, he gave up his Confederate Army, that is the army of the southern states, to General Ulysses S. Grant, who belonged to the Union forces or the federal forces at Appomattox Courthouse at Virginia. So this is when the Civil War, when the American Civil War ended. Now, the significance of the Civil War. Now, the significance of the Civil War is not much important for your exams. So, I won't be discussing this topic in detail. I'll just give a gist. I'll just give the important points. Now, I want you all to read this topic once because I'll be just giving the important points. So the main significance of the American Civil War was it led to the abolition of slavery. The slavery system was abolished because of the American Civil War. That is the first significance. Then it led to many industries coming up. Many industries started to arise because of the American Civil War, and hence it led to the increase or the improvement in the economic sphere. Then it also led to many introduction of many materials, many equipments, and it led to many improvements and many findings in the field of weapons. Now, weapons like the quick loading rifles, the armored ships, the submarines were all introduced during this Civil War. A submarine is a boat which can go underwater. So all these weapons were introduced during this American Civil War. Now, this American Civil War, it also inspired many other countries to abolish the system of slavery. So these are some of the main significances of the American Civil War. Now, I want you all to just go through the topic. So, I think we'll stop for today, girls. Thank you.